Hey all, Treebeard here of Hoof-Hearted, dressed up as Steven! Well, the hiatus is finally over, so now we're going to get back on track. We might have an actual regular schedule for Steven Universe, which I'm pretty excited about. And, today's episode is Nightmare Hospital. That already sounds like something I'm going to like, so let's get started. I love that one of the people that wrote this is actually named Raven.
Well, time to assume my secret identity.
Mild-mannered Connie Kent.
Here, Eth. You can borrow it, my mother's sword, Eth.
Steven, that's so nice. If grammatically incorrect.
Immensely.
Why not, Eth?
Because it's really important, if.
That's exactly why you should have Eth it.
Pretty soon they're both going to turn into Flufflepuff.
You can have all week to practice Eth with it, Eth.
Thank you.
Hello, Stephen.
Hi, Dr. Maheshwaran.
How are you?
Sitting.
Accurate.
I had a rough day at work, and I'm not in the mood for any more surprises.
What happened at work?
There was a really strange case at the hospital today. Straight out of a nightmare.
My favorite kind.
When did we get a coat rack?
Well, about the same time we got a...
A sword?
Yeah.
Connie, where did you get this?
I found it. I just found it outside and I wanted to show it to Steven.
Yeah, somebody left a perfectly good sword lying around. Who does that?
How could you possibly think this is okay? Do you know how many children I see every day in the hospital who've cut their faces off playing with swords? None! Because they all have parents who love them and who don't let them play around with deadly weapons like some kind of gang member.
Outside of Japan, how many gang members go around brandishing swords?
This way.
Ah, you mean the super scary way.
They turned the lights down after dinner.
Ah, good. A creepy after-hours hospital. I love how this is starting to become Soul Taker.
I haven't had a look
Wriggly,
myself.
wriggly, 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 wriggle.
It doesn't look like a car accident.
It looks like lots
Have
of
you found an
spaghetti.
ID? Listen, I'll call you back when or if I have an answer for you. Goodbye. Okay, now.
You're an all-star. Get your game on.
No heartbeat.
No, sounds normal.
Ugh, cheap hospital budgets.
Really? You use a stethoscope, it doesn't find a heartbeat, and the first thing you think is, pff, budget cuts.
Sir? Ma'am? Dr. West? He can't take a day off, can he?
You know, yeah, I remember that time Dr. West grew a third arm and lost his face. It's really awkward at parties.
I really, really, really need that sword!
Connie, no. Now is not the time.
Really. Unholy abomination from beyond the stars is knocking on your door, and now is not the time to brandish a weapon, even if it's completely rational to do so.
Here.
Okay, if that was what was under the covers, and somebody dressed it in a gown, how could anybody have thought that thing was human?
These patients are beyond reason.
He doesn't have a head! I think reason is beyond its capability now!
We're trapped.
Hello,
Don't
Dr.
have to
Giro.
be-
No. I know my daughter. I know what she's doing every second of the day. All her
That's
activities,
terrifying.
All her internets. I know she's
All her
definitely
internets.
not
100%
some
of the
sword
internets.
fighting-
One shot. One kill. So those are 3 gems?
So that's why it had no pulse.
Why it had no pulse? Here's an idea. Here's a thought. How was it breathing or making noises without a head?
Ah! Sorry, Dr. Maheshwaran. That's my lion.
Mom, I'm really sorry about lying to you.
About lying to her?
Hide it. You wouldn't let me see Steven ever again.
Is that how you feel? Are we too controlling?
Maybe.
What, knowing every single detail about her personal life isn't too controlling?
It scares me that you can't talk to me. I need to know what's happening in your life. I need to step in when you're in over your head. Will you just promise me you'll stop all this lying?
That's a rule.
I love you, honey.
I love you too, Mom.
Okay, I'm liking that she's valuing the truth more than the safety aspect. Okay, so this is actually my second watch through of this episode, and having seen it a second time, yeah, I stand by my original opinion of it. There's a nice feelsy moment at the end. It does a great job of building up horrifying atmosphere. But its biggest problem is that it stretches a lot of credibility, especially when it comes to everybody apparently not knowing that, you know, giant masses of limbs that make groaning noises without mouths are... Something's wrong. Yeah, she said it was something straight out of a nightmare, but she still assumed they were human and that they were patients. And when she doesn't find a pulse, she's like, ah, stupid stethoscope, clearly it doesn't work. This thing doesn't have a mouth. How would it even breathe? You're not dealing with an organic... You're not dealing with an organism that could normally be called living. But yeah, big plot hole, but it kind of resolves a sort of obsessive controlling factor that Connie's family seems to have over her. But at the same time, this isn't something that really has come up all that much, and it may not have really needed to be resolved until later, but, well, at least they got it out of the way now. I've been Treebeard, this has been Hoof-Hearted, and we'll catch you all later.